Okay, I've got this sea grape on my circle cutting jig. I'm going to make this, it's got a 4.5-inch radius or 9-inch diameter. And I'm going to cut off little bits here and there, and then I'll turn it. I don't know exactly because you can see how low this is and how high that is. I'm not sure yet what I want to do, but it'll cut off the outsides of these things, and then I'll mount it here. That means I'm going to have to drill a hole here to put the, well, I might just turn this flat side down, which would be the flat side up, meaning the bottom would be the top. So that's where I am. Well, it's all done. Here, let me lift this up. Come on, undo. There. Let's pull this pin out. There we go. There we go. It's got some weird protrusions on top. I'll probably lose that. But as you can see, it's very red here. This is where I've cut it, and it's got smear of some sort or another. And so we'll see what it turns out. Okay, I'm going to try something different here. We'll see. So I've got this awkward looking protrusion. It's like a 1/10 of or 1/8 of a branch or something, a small thin layer of a branch. And so I'm thinking what I want to do, since this is high, this is high, this is high, I'm going to try and make that coplanar, make that the feet of the bowl, but this will still be this will be the bottom. And so then I'll put a surface in here that I can either put this guy in there, or a woodworm screw, and maybe I'll put a woodworm screw and then patch the hole. I'm not sure yet what exactly I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to make this have feet on it, that very awkward shaped. I'm probably going to make this thing round, and this may or may not go away, but I think it will because of the radius of this. Well, no, if I do that, I'll lose this. So I have to leave this, so I have to leave that. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to machine the inside of this flatter, have a circular feature. So in any case, you never know what I'm going to end up with. I'm starting where I'm starting, and we'll have some idea. Okay, I've got this thing turned around. I've got the bottom turned to 320. It's got some unusual features. It's got a little foot and then a big foot. They're relatively short. So I got to pull this guy so I can put a live center in here. I might leave it on here for a little bit just to go. And then I'm going to clear out as big an area as I can. And then the depth can be is limited to maybe 2 inches, 2.5 inches, about. So we'll see how that goes. And you can see that's wobbling a little bit. So this and this are not perfectly aligned. Okay, this is my latest sea grape bowl. It's very rough, meaning I left as much of it as natural, well, natural being in quotes there because a lot of it is not machined on the lathe, but wouldn't call it natural. I mean, there's a circle cut on the left here that's from a previous bowl's outline. Then there's rounded edges on it where I cut this with my circle jig to cut it round. And then there's some torn area that was when the log was pulled off the tree. And then there's chainsaw edges on the top and the bottom that are there from my initial cutting this out of the log. And then there's some bark live edge. There's some interesting features like right here in there where it's got that little round hole, and then the black rotten area. The wood has this orange tint to it that I get by exposing it outside. I'm not sure if it's UV or oxidation, but in any case I can get it to turn to this light orange you see interior wise, and then you see some very dark areas where it was outside for a while. I haven't been patient enough on something to get it after I've machined it to sit long enough to get dark. But in any case, it's got some interesting features. Also, what's interesting about this bowl is that I've machined it to have feet on the bottom. That's why I didn't take off a lot of the area of this bowl, because that's where the feet are. And then it's machined underneath. Let me turn it over. That'll probably be helpful. So you can see there I left a lot of bark on it in one area. I put my token, my wooden nickel, and then I've got this area here machined off with the scraper to make like a curved valley. So it's interesting. And so it touches here, here, and here for when it's sitting. And that's about it. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe for more similar wood turning videos. Please comment on the video and I should respond. I make a video about once a week.